This is going to be a little bit different of a video than the ones I traditionally do. In a lot of the comments on videos, I see, Dr. Warren, I would love to know what it's like to sit in on one of your horticulture classes. So I decided to do a video on a plant identification quiz. Here's how this is going to work. I'm going to show you a series of plants and I want you to name them down in the comments below. I'll pin a comment at the top of the comment section with the answers in them, and you can cross-reference your answers to the answers that I provide in the pinned comment. I'll give you 3 looks at each plant. I'll give you a broad overview of the plant, I'll show you an individual leaf, and I'll show you a stem so that you can see if the leaf arrangement is opposite, alternate, whorled, or if the leaf type is simple or compound. Also, if the plant is in flower right now, today is August the 23rd in Zone 8A, that may also give you a clue as well. So if I see a flower, I'll get a flower picture as well. Let's get into it. This is plant number 1. Here's the leaf. Notice on the other side there's profuse pubescence. That may be a hint to some of you. And here's the stem. I'll try to hold it there, and from this end you can see the leaf arrangement a little better. And here's the flower. So if you already know the species of this, take it one step further. Remember that it is late August here in Zone 8A. Bonus points if you can name the type of this type of plant that it is, if that makes sense. So give me the species, and then this is a specific brand of that species as well. This is plant number 2, not up top, but this is number 2. It has a very small leaf. And this is the important part for leaf arrangement. Here's the stem. And I'm not sure how well that's focusing in, but I'll tell you that is opposite leaf arrangement. This is plant number 3. It's considered a small tree or a large shrub. I have this one limbed up to have more of a tree form look to it. Here's a leaf. And here's a stem, so you can see leaf arrangement. It's alternate leafed. And I also feel like at the end of summer, when it's been excessively hot and as much rain as we've had, I almost feel like powdery mildew could be an ID characteristic on this one as well. This is plant number 4. Here's the leaf. Notice the serrations on the margins. That may be a hint. And here's the stem. Notice we have 2 buds, or 2 leaves directly across from each other. So 2 leaves per node. That tells us that it's opposite. This is plant number 5. Depending on cultivar, it can be red leafed like this one, or it can have green leaves as well. There's a single leaf, very small leaf. And here's the stem. And a bonus clue. This one mainly blooms during the spring, but we do get sporadic flowers like you see here, even into late summer. This large plant behind me is plant number 6. Here's the leaf. And one of the things that I tell my students when we look at these types of plants is we need to count the number of spines per leaf. And so it's not always consistent, but this is just a general rule for this specific type of plant. I always tell them to look for a turtle. And what do I mean by that? Got a head, front leg, back legs. So 5 needles per leaf, or 5 spines per leaf. Here's the stem. And with all members of this genus, we see alternate leaf arrangement. 1 leaf per node. These tall, handsome shrubs here is plant number 7. Here's a leaf. Most of the leaves are going to have 9 to 11 spines per leaf. I believe this one has right at 9. Has 4 up each side and 1 on the tip. And here's the stem. We have 1 leaf per node, so it's alternate. I'll give you a small hint on this one. Plant number 8 is a native for me here in the southeastern United States. We have a very large, distinct leaf. Notice the lobes and sinuses. A little bit of pubescence. That might be a clue. Here's the stem. I believe you can easily see on this specimen that it's opposite, 2 leaves per node. Leaves are directly across from each other. And it's extremely late in the flowering season for this plant, but I did manage to find one. So here's an additional clue. Not the best example because we're so late in the season. This handsome tree beside me is plant number 9. Cicadas hush. Thank you. As I was saying, this is plant number 9, and I feel like this one needs a little bit of explanation so that you do not get confused. I'm going to give you a hint here. There's 2 members in this genus that we use in the landscape. This particular one leafs out first and then flowers. Its cousin flowers and then leafs out. Here's the leaf, and I almost feel like in late August, these little scorch marks on the tip could be used as an ID characteristic. Very common for this plant in zone 8A. And here's a stem. You can see the leaf arrangement. We have 2 leaves. I think it shows up best there. 2 leaves directly across from each other, so it's opposite. This is plant number 10, and I feel like I should elaborate on this a little bit. 10 and 11 are going to be very similar to each other. They're 2 members of the same genus, and one of them is much larger than the other one. This is the smaller of the 2. There's the leaf. It's roughly 2 to 3 inches long, and it has serrations on the margin as well. Here's the stem. We have 1 leaf per node, so it's alternate leafed. This is number 11, the much larger cousin to the plant we just looked at in plant number 10. Here's the leaf, larger than the leaf from number 9, maybe 4 inches long, and has serrations on the margin. And here's the stem, 1 leaf per node, so alternate leaf arrangement. This behind me is plant number 12. The bottom of the margin tends to be entire and it's serrated as you get out towards the tip. I'll give you an additional tip here. This stem is not round, the stem is square. I can feel that as I twist it in my fingers. Next is probably my favorite landscape tree, and I'll give you bonus points if you can name the cultivar. Here's the leaf. And here's a stem. All members of this genus have opposite leaf arrangement. As you can see here, 2 leaves per node. Last on our list is this tree, and don't let the size confuse you. This one's a baby, but at maturity, this plant can easily get 30 to 50 feet tall. Here's the leaf. We have an entire margin, and to me, a distinguishing ID characteristic. The underside of the leaf is extremely silver. Here's the stem. Leaves tend to cluster towards the tip of the stem, but it looks like 1 leaf per node, so we're going to say this is alternate. And a bonus clue here. It's late in the season for this one to be flowering, so the flower doesn't look the best, but that may give you a clue. And we can't end the quiz without a bonus plant. Everybody loves a bonus, so this is your bonus plant. a close-up of the flower and the leaves. We're not going to do opposite alternate world because on these types of plants, that's not how we ID leaves. So this is going to be a grade your own paper style of quiz. How many did you get right? Let me know down in the comments below. Hopefully this gives you a very small glimpse of what it's like to take a horticulture class. There's a lot of plant identification that goes on. Guys, as always, thanks for watching The Plant Doctor, and until next time, happy gardening.